Chad here from Back to the Future podcast. Got a PSA reveal. I have looked through these, but there's some things to learn through this reveal that I want to show you guys. If you haven't already, go check out our podcast, Back to the Future podcast, and go leave us a review on iTunes. If you have any complaints, give Ricky a call. So here's what we got. These were some really old cards that I had from a binder from childhood. This is one of the first submissions that I sent in to PSA. I didn't know what to look for, and I really think that's going to be the take-home point. Tim kind of gave these the one I kind of look over, and mutually we agreed to send these in. So this isn't a rag on Tim. This is going to show how some of the process of examining cards has changed for me over the past year. This sub took just over 9 months to get back. So it wasn't bad. I mean, it was $10 a card, but it just took forever. So here we go. All right. First card here, Kevin Garnett, rookie out of Fleer Metal. It's a PSA 9. And looking up at the top corner here, as you can see, is a little bent. I think that's the only flaw in this card that I remember, but it just goes to show you in case anyone wants, you know, some thoughts on how cards will grade. That little whitening and dinged corner, I think, on the front is what got that card a 9. The back of this card looks pretty good to me. Maybe the edge and the corner down here on the bottom left were a little white as well. Card number 2, same thing, PSA 9. And here, this bottom right corner, as you can see, white and a little dinged as well. This one I thought had a better chance at a 10 on front, and on the back looks okay. The same corner down here, just a little whitening. I've seen cards like this that have been 10s, but this one's a 9. That's okay. Chris Webber, Topps Finest. Now this one's interesting. This got an 8, and this is a very good indication that I didn't know what I was looking for early on in card subs. Now, these Topps Finest are difficult because, as you can see almost on the rock background here, it almost looks like there's little indentations in the card, but there are some dimples here on the card, which is what I think helped get this to an 8. There's a couple of dimples right here by my right index finger. There's also a dimple. Where did it go? I know there's at least one other dimple on this card, and a scratch. There's a surface scratch on the left side, the top left side of this card, that as time went on, I began to recognize these. But a dimple and a scratch, even with good centering and good corners, the card still got an 8. You know, I've seen some people think and comment on other cards that perhaps this would get a 6. And so interesting, but it's an 8. That was a little disappointing. I remember pulling that out of a pack as a kid, and that one was pretty fun. This one was kind of fun too. This is one of the only refractors that I had in my old binder, Patrick Ewing refractor. This one again has a dimple. You can see it right there perfectly on the edge. And I think that dimple is what got it to be a 9. The bottom left corner just a touch dinged, but still a 9 there. And some of these other cards, guys, are just bad. Like in retrospect, I would not be sending these in. Clearly you can see left to right centering is off, top to bottom centering is off as well. Corners look pretty good. Surface looks pretty good as well, but the centering clearly got that one a 9. These Jordans, I mean, in retrospect now, why would I send this in? Look at the centering, left to right is not good. I don't see surface issues. Nope, just under the light bulb, you can see 2 scratches there on the left. Just an awful card to send in retrospect. But again, centering and a surface issue knocks it down 2 points. Another 8, centering bad. Look at the scratch down there right by Jordan's butt. Just an awful card to send in. And again, this was a learning process for Tim and I. You know, in retrospect, looking at these cards now, not a chance in the world we'd send this in. Not a chance. So good learning for sure. And then some 93 Ultra. Clearly the top right corner is dinged in white. Looks like some edge issues on the left side as well. That one got an 8. This one got a 9. Top right corner is white. Edge looks a little better on the left. So you can see an edge plus a corner gets it to an 8. In this grader's eyes, just a surface issue got it to a 9. It almost looks like there's a scratch right through there as well. I'm surprised that didn't get knocked down to an 8. And then lastly, one of those got a 10. Fortunately, each of these cards were only about $10 to grade because it was well before the price increase. This Jordan alone will be about $300. Some of those Garnetts will be really nice. So we'll still look to profit, being that I didn't go buy these cards. We'll still profit, you know, $500 to $1,000, which is fun for some of these cards. And we'll put it in some reserve funds for some eBay treadmill days. Hopefully you guys learned something from here. If you have any questions about these, let me know. Definitely a learning experience. And, you know, when I first opened these, I was pretty ashamed of the grades, but looking at the cards, I can see now that my trained, a little bit better trained eye, there's a big learning process here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, go check out our podcast. We drop on Saturdays. Sometimes you'll catch hobby packs during the week. If you have any questions for us, reach out to us through Instagram, and we'll chat with you there. We'll talk to you guys later.